Hello friends, welcome back. My name is Ramon. How are you today? In today's video, I'm going to be doing another hot takes and hotcakes, which if you're new to my channel, hot takes and hotcakes is where I basically do a mukbang, aka eat with you on screen, while I discuss my opinion or hot take on an item. My first few hot takes and hotcakes actually featured hotcakes in some capacity. Today we're feasting on Ramdon, aka Japaguri, which is from the hit Academy Award winning movie Parasite. Look how yummy it is. I don't know how to make this. My boyfriend makes it for me and it's one of my top 3 favorite things he makes for me, so we stay thankful. But today for our hot take, we're going to be discussing my opinions on the Harper's Bazaar Go to Bed with Me series and my issues with the series overall. Sounds good to you? Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. If you like these hot takes and hotcakes, give the video a thumbs up and down below. I mean, granted, we all like the series, but do you love the series? After you watch this video, what are your opinions on the series? Do you think I'm whack? Let me know. Let me just get this on because I'm not trying to mess up this shirt today. Let's see. We've all seen the Harper's Bazaar Go to Bed with Me series. It's a super popular series. It's really entertaining. And what's I think really cool about it is that it features a lot of like celebrities and like really big names at the moment, whether it's social media or otherwise. And you get like a really intimate look into like their bathroom and their skincare routines. And you find out what the skincare products they use on the regular are, what their skincare philosophies are. And it's like a very cool thing to watch. And here's where we start to get into the issue of things. First issue, which is not necessarily the biggest one, is that these celebrities have pristine skin for the most part. They kind of have to, it's part of their like livelihood. But with that, there's a lot of things about these videos that kind of throws me off. First and foremost, these are celebrities. These are people that have the financial ability, the funds to be able to get auxiliary treatments. And by that, I mean, they're able to go see estheticians. They're able to go get facials on the regular. They get extractions and all that kind of work done for them. On top of that, they can go to dermatologists and get like peels and all that kind of work done. And they kind of have to. It's part of their jobs. They need to look a certain type of way for whatever their actual profession is. And that's tea. But most times you don't actually hear about that in these videos. They don't actively disclose that information. Some do, which is great. You kind of love to assume like, oh, these people have really good skin. They're like genetically predisposed to have pretty flawless skin, which I mean, in some cases it's true. I'm not gonna front. On top of that, a lot of times these people feature affiliated content in their videos. Like they have contracts with certain companies, or they have agreements to include products in these videos, or they're using their own personal brands or brands that belong to friends of theirs. For example, Paris Hilton using her Paris Hilton skincare brand. Liza Koshy, when she did hers, she heavily featured the brand that she has a contract with. I think it was an Ashley Graham's video. She had very blatant Colgate sponsorship. And let me be honest and say, like, I don't have an issue with that. Most times because it's very obvious, right? There's an affiliation, there's an association with that person and that brand that they're using. But that being said, when you see these kind of things and they feature this kind of content, you never truly know the feelings of the person that's using the products, if they generally like those products and they use those in their free time, or if they're only using it because they have to for this promotional purpose. You don't know if the feelings are biased since it is their own brand or a brand of their friends of theirs. A lot of things get thrown off when it's sponsored content. But you really have to wonder, like, is there just a personal bias with this, or is this actually a good brand that they use on the regular, or it's just they're featuring it? I mean, like, that being said, like, that's not a bad thing. Like, a dream in life for all of us, especially those of us who do content like this, is you want a contract with the brand. Like, all tea, all shade. Tyra kind of taught us that at a very young age when we were watching ANTM, watching all the CoverGirl related things. Like, we all wanted to have a CoverGirl contract. Like, it was coveted. My main issue and the primary point for making this video is that these celebrities don't know shit. These are people who they're using products because they got recommended to them by estheticians or friends or doctors or whatever. But they don't know the ingredients in these products, the purpose for these products, the proper way to use these products oftentimes, or where to place them into their routines. And so these are celebrities who are getting featured in this very, very high exposure platform by Harper Bazaar, because these videos get millions of views. And oftentimes they pull in the biggest names for this, like any of the Kardashian Jenner clan, all these hip hop and TikTok teens and really popular singers and performers right now. So they're drawing in a really wide audience, a lot of which are very, very malleable, impressionable youths. And a lot of times the information that they're giving in these videos they're showing as they're doing skincare routines isn't accurate, it's not right, or it's not even like safe. Period. And again, they'll use products that they're being paid to sponsor, that they have affiliations or contracts with, or that they'll explain the product's ingredients and use poorly and use it in the wrong way. And so people are seeing this, and a lot of times these products are really expensive. I don't know why everyone uses Dr. Sturm products in their videos. And I remember like specifically like Anastasia, she used it in her video, and I forgot who else, but it was a very frequently brought up brand. And those serums are expensive and oftentimes really unnecessary, like that price point anyways. And on top of that, a lot of times because they don't necessarily know, and I remember when I watched Doja Cat's video, she used a lot of like exfoliants right off the bat. Like her cleansing exfoliating routine was kind of And I mean, it works for her. And that's the one thing with these. Sometimes these things actually work for the people, and that's great. But you gotta understand what you're saying on screen, someone using it, just because it works for them doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. We have very different skins. And that being said, you don't really know if what they're doing to their skins actually really compromising their moisture barrier, exacerbating issues and irritation. 99% of the time, these people aren't wearing sunscreen. Like, come on. And also, like, just the way they use products, and I'm gonna go back to Anastasia's, like, the order she used things in was like really odd and not the most effective in allowing the products to absorb in the proper way, which, again, there's not necessarily like laws to skincare. There's just kind of like overextending recommendations to make things work as best as possible without being compromising to you as well. But point being, they don't know what they're doing or talking about most times. And sometimes these people will even be very blatantly honest in saying that. They're like, I don't really know what to do. I kind of saw someone do this and so I decided to try it out. Or I feel like this is how you do it. I don't really know. And again, these people are getting these very high exposure platforms to spew this information to, again, young teens who don't know better. And again, these teens are seeing these things, these celebrities they love using these products, and they're like, I have to get that $170 hyaluronic acid serum. And you're like, no, don't do that, please. And so with that point being why I don't like these Harper Bazaar videos and the way that they're done, and why I feel like they are more detrimental than good, is that they promote more bad habits than good ones, because there's no one really reinforcing like the proper way. You have these celebrities who don't really know what they're doing, spewing all this information, and they're teaching a really big audience the wrong way to use things and wrong techniques and like not the best products necessarily, right? But in all of this, there is a shiny beacon of hope and a positive out of all these things. And you know what that is? Influencer reaction videos. Yes, you heard that correctly. I know there's a lot of conflict about these videos. People don't like them. People act like they're above doing them. And I respect that. That's definitely an opinion to have. I've only ever done one. That was to an Alexa Chung video. But the good that comes from these reaction videos is that you have people who are in the skincare game, whether they're estheticians, people that have a long time in the skincare industry, dermatologists, or skincare enthusiasts who've been doing this for a long time, where with as much slack as they get, these are people who generally know what they're talking about for the most part. They don't have professional trained experience, but they know how products work. They know what benefits products have. They know how to use those products and routines properly better than these celebrities do. And you have them going through these reactions as celebrities doing them, really celebrating the really good habits, but also kind of correcting and explaining why bad habits, bad products, bad practices are incorrect and how to properly do that or fix those things. And like, I get what people think they're bad, you know, it low-key comes across as disrespectful or condescending in how certain influencers talk about it. And at this point, it's become a very clickbaity thing. I'm not going front, where a lot of people, if they want views, they just post a Sky Jackson or a Dove Cameron or like a Camila Mendez skincare routine reaction. Like, that's what, see, I'm not going front on that. These people that are doing these routines don't necessarily know what they're doing. And you have people like Susan Yara and Hiram, who became really big on this platform as a result of their reaction videos, kind of being like, oh, like, you don't really want to use a honey sugar cherry scrub on your face because that's not good, but here's an alternative that is really good, really effective, and gives you the results that you want. I.e., if you haven't watched the Bella Thorne skincare routine video and you want to have a real good time, go watch that one, trust me. But realize at the end of the day, these celebrities are not trained professionals. They make mistakes, they have misconceptions about skincare information and knowledge and uses and products. These reaction videos can actually do a lot of good because they also bring in a lot of traction and platform. That's why they get so many views, because they're reacting to these big name celebrities at this point. And you have them correcting bad behaviors or incorrect behaviors and practices in these videos. And so something to go off with this, like a little tangent, is that I know all of us influencers in the skincare industry don't have the 100% same philosophy when it comes to a lot of things. Like, for example, right now, fragrance is a hot topic. And I, for one, don't necessarily see a harm in fragrance. As someone who hasn't had an adverse reaction to fragrance, I actually enjoy the sensorial experience of that. Blab Muffin Beauty Science, which is one of my all-time favorite YouTubers, has great videos kind of dispelling fear-mongering and incorrect teachings on like fears in the skincare industry based around like fragrance and alcohol and that kind of stuff. And you see a lot of people like Hiram and Dr. Dre really talk about how like they don't want fragrance in their products, and literally all of that is okay. It's based off what you want for your skin, what you like personally for your skin. If you have more sensitive skin, you don't want to necessarily have fragrance because there's the potential for certain fragrance ingredients to cause irritation to your skin. That's perfectly fine. I don't have that problem. I'm gonna use fragrance. That's perfectly fine. So my take on that is take what you hear with a grain of salt. Always do research. I always try to find studies. When you're looking at these studies, always take into account the variables that go into them. How realistic are those variables? For example, another hot topic right now, chemical sunscreen ingredients. You have people being like, oh, it gets found in your bloodstream and it can do all these things to like hormone blockers and whatnot. But the variables in that study with those sunscreen filters they're talking about are so unrealistically high that it makes no sense. So keep things like that in mind when you're hearing about things that are bad or that are great in skincare. Organizations like the EWG, who have a monetary gain with the information they try to spread about clean beauty and whatnot, they're not the most reputable organization to go by, for example. So keep that in mind too. And with that, that's my beef with the Harper's Bazaar Go to Bed With Me series. I just don't find them that useful. But in light of all that, we have people in the skincare game coming on this platform being like, this TikToker's mad cute, but I don't recommend going in with apple cider vinegar straight to your skin as a toner because it will fuck up your moisture barrier. I mean, they're correct in doing so. So if you disagree with me, or if you have other feelings, or you want to talk about it, put those down in the comments down below. I generally will always respond. We can have conversations down in the comment section. I love connecting with you guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And again, hit that subscribe button if you like this kind of content, notification bells so that you know when I post other content, which is mainly all sunscreen related. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.